What's going on, folks, and welcome to episode 3. So every episode I'm going to be showing you guys at least one major thing that you can do in the game that's going to help within survival, whether it's, you know, cooking, hunting, crafting a weapon, or etc., or anything like that. So in this episode here, I'm going to show you guys how to bury your first stash. So you've got a little secret stash that's hidden away. And I'll also show you how to create a bed, which you can spawn back to, depending on how much fame points you have. So let's just go in first person for a second. So I've literally travelled along the coastline slightly, and we've come over here to a lighthouse. So what I've done is I did start recording this, I'm not going to lie, so that's why you can see some dead Zeds there. But I was throwing a bit too much at you guys, so I thought I'd restart the recording, so we don't have any zombies to deal with here. So you can search the kitchen. So we're technically in our first lootable building. So you can find stuff like a cooking pot. We don't really need that right now. That's not fundamental to our survival. So we can have a little search around. You can loot all these things. You can even go upstairs if you want to go and have a look up there. Let's have a look in here. Right, so we've got a couple of items here. What we got? We've got a toolbox, which I can carry, surprisingly. That bag, actually, I mean, considering that this weighs 5.6 kilos, but then this bag can carry up to 6.5 kilos. So if you look at the top here, where I'm moving around, you can see that it says 6.5 kilos for that bag. So obviously, this weighs 5.6 kilos. So that weighs slightly less. So we can fit that in the bag. We can even loot these as well. And we've just found some sunglasses, so we'll put them on. Now, if you hold Alt and spin your mouse, you can sort of get a little bit of a side view. And you can see what's going on there as well. Now, let's just have another quick look around this building. What we've got around here. Got some bits going on. Oh, we've got a spade. Right, okay. So we've just found a spade. So that's going to be perfect to show you what I'm going to do with that after. So I want to try and... I've recently been trying to keep these down to like 10 minutes. But each episode seems to be about 20 minutes at the moment. So while you're running around a house like this, or a lighthouse, or any building, you've got to make sure, hopefully no one's around, so you just try and check the area first. In vehicles, you're going to find a lot of scrap metal, bolts, and stuff like that. So we're not going to be using any of that right now. So what have we got? We've got a toolbox, and we have a safety pin box. So what I'm going to do, I'm actually going to go and bury this. I'm going to show you guys how to do that right now. So when you want to loot anywhere on the map, and you've got all your gear, and everything that you guys need, you want to get a little stash going, right? So I'm going to show you how to do that. Now, this isn't a place where I'd usually hide a stash. You'd want to find, like, potentially a more of a closed-off sort of area. I mean, this could be a good area, don't get me wrong. This part of the map is quite empty a lot of the time. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to cut down this tree, and we do have the stone axe here, as you can see. Now, we want to make a box. So what do? Let's click on your crafting menu, scroll down on the right hand side until you see no skill. So you don't need any skill for this. So you've got your wooden chest. And if you go down a little bit more, you've got your medium skill, which is an improved wooden chest. Now, as far as I'm aware of the improved wooden chests, I don't think they last longer. I could be wrong. I will have to come back to you on that one. But I think it stops things degrading as fast when you put them in metal chests, and, you know, because you've got the improved wooden chest, the improvised metal chest, and you've got the wooden chest. So right now we're going to stick with the wooden chest. And this is what we're going to do. So we're just going to literally place it on the floor. You can scroll your mouse wheel if you want to spin it round like that. It's a little bit buggy at the minute. There you go. So you can see, if you just spin it, just hit F, place it. Now it's saying that we need planks. 8 planks, and we need some rope. So this is what you do. Now in episode 1 or 2 rather, I did show you how to make the stone axe. So we're going to cut down the tree, and like I said, guys, it's going to be in small chunks, these videos, because I don't want to overwhelm everyone with everything. So now I think it's up to about 50 meters people can hear this chopping of the tree. So now that we've got the logs, we want to hold F over the logs and cut into wooden planks. And we've also got some sticks there, which is what we're going to use to make the rope to actually use to do this. So, right, let's cut up the wooden planks because we need 8 of these. And in the future on the episode, you will learn pretty much everything there is to know about the game. So if you just tap F over it, you can see we've got 8 out of 8 now. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut my tree branches up here. And we're going to get all the sticks, and we're going to craft. I think we need 2 pieces of rope. I'm not sure. Let's see what we need for the box, and then we'll go from there and see what that's going to give us. So let's just craft 1 piece of rope here. So we'll go back into the crafting menu, and you can see that it's greyed out, which means we can use it. So if you've got all the lines for it, it means you can't use it. Pretty much. So I'm going to go back to inventory, and I've got the rope here, so I'm going to go back over. Right, so we need 3 more pieces of rope. So let's just do that now. Let me get my stone axe back. Cut these into small sticks. So all the while doing this, just keep a good ear out. Make sure that you haven't got anyone coming up to you, or can't hear anything anywhere. Gunfire, animals, zombies. So we're going to need 15 small sticks altogether, because it's 5 small sticks to make rope, so we need 15. So we do need to cut these up. So we have 11 small sticks at the minute. And this should do it now. So then we've got to craft 3 rope, and then that is it. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you how to make a bed that you can spawn back to. So let's go to the rope, which is up here. Craft that. So fundamentally, you are going to be having to craft stuff at the beginning of the game. You don't have to, but you can if you want to make your life a lot easier on the island. Because you can just run to military areas and try and grab what you can, but most of the time that is just going to get you killed. So you do want to be prepared, and at least have a small stash to go back to. So I'm going to pick up this rope here. So we've got 2 there. Just hit F over it, and we've got another piece of rope over here. So if you press tab, obviously that is your vicinity. Everything you see at the top here is your vicinity. So this is what's on the floor in the area. So if I put that in there, we've now made our first box, which means we can now actually put stuff in it. So if you just drag it over, and if I open the box, you can see this is what we have in the box now. Look how much stuff you can store. There's a lot. So what I'm going to do now is, you don't want to bury your box close to where you've just cut everything down, because it kind of looks obvious about what you've done here. So if I just close, let's click that, double click the box, and then that goes. So if you literally grab the box here, just grab the box down here and move it like this, so you can kind of just walk with it. You can't pick up the box physically. You can pick up logs and stuff like that. But what I'm going to do, just for example, just to show you here, what I'm going to do is I'm now going to bury this box. Now, bear in mind, you can do this, but I'm going to save myself a lot of time here. You can make the improvised shovel, which is up the top there. So on the left, you can see it requires 1 stick, 1 plank, and some rope. So you will need to cut down a tree for that, which means you will have to make this, a stone axe. And I highly recommend making that from the get-go compared to the stone knife, even though you do technically need to make a stone knife first to get the bits to make the stone axe. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use my small spade, and before we do anything, we're going to set the name for the box. So we're going to call it Box 1, accept, and we're going to click maintain. Can we click maintain? Oh, we can't. Apparently we can't. It doesn't need to be, it's just been made. So if you go down and click bury, now this is going to bury the box. Now, like I said, you can hide these in bushes, which is what a lot of people tend to do, and I'll show you why. Because there's a little clue about where people have buried stuff in this game. There's a little bump. Now, it's quite obvious, pardon me, it's quite obvious what this bump is when you see it. Plus, it will actually say unbury on it. And it decays in 15 days. So, I'll have 15 days to get back to this box, according to this. But every server is different, so make sure you find out from someone how long it takes for boxes to decay underground. So, what we're going to do, on the next episode, I'm going to show you guys how to create a spawn point for yourselves. Now, like I said, this isn't necessarily in exactly the right order, but I'm giving you pretty much everything in the first few episodes very early on in the series. So hopefully that helps you guys, and I'm going to sort this video out, and then I'm going to crack on with episode 4. So stay safe, peace out, hope you learned something, and I'll catch you in the next one. Take care.